Welcome to the deep dive. We take the sources you share and really try to pull out the core insights.
That's the goal.
And today we're looking at SJ Developer. They're making some, well, pretty bold strategic moves, it seems. Global ones.
Yeah, really interesting pivot.
So our mission here is to unpack what Chairman Park Jin is laying out. We've got these excerpts from Esther Chono, YOU. We want to explore these three new business areas, the leadership thinking behind it all.
Right.
And figure out what we can maybe learn about adapting, about future-proofing from what they're doing.
And it's pretty significant seeing a company like this proactively changing things up.
Yeah.
Diversifying like this, given, everything going on globally, it shows real foresight. It's not just reacting.
Definitely not just reacting. And you see that foresight straight away in what Chairman Park Jin says, quote, "Now is the time to prepare for the future rather than resting on past achievements."
That really sets the tone, doesn't it?
It does. For a successful company, saying that is, well, it's a challenge internally, I'd imagine.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Think about it. Past success can be a bit of a trap, right? Comfortable.
For sure.
So this isn't just talk. It sounds like a real break from relying on the old playbook. Pushing into maybe uncomfortable new areas.
It seems like they're serious. The source says he spent the last 3 years actually nurturing these new businesses.
3 years? Wow.
Yeah, with an independent management system. So giving them space to grow on their own terms first.
That suggests patience, a long-term view.
So what are these big pillars? The source lays out 3 main areas for this global push.
Yeah.
Overseas development, Eastern European trade, a platform business, and K-beauty cosmetics.
Quite a mix. Let's start with the overseas development side.
Okay.
The focus there is local infrastructure, residential facilities, basically building core public works.
And specifically, it mentions development projects with the Philippines government. That jumped out at me. Why the Philippines, do you think?
That's a good question. The Philippines is, well, it's an emerging economy, right? Huge need for modern infrastructure, housing.
Driven by population, urbanization.
Exactly. And the government there seems really focused on large-scale development projects. So for SJ Developer, it's maybe a chance to bring their expertise to a market that's actively looking for partners.
And potentially less crowded than some other markets?
Could be. It might offer a clearer path for big projects. If they can deliver, they could become a key player there.
Okay, moving to Pillar 2. This China and Eastern Europe trade initiative. It's set up as a platform business. What does platform mean here strategically?
Right, so it's not just basic import-export. Being a platform suggests they're building like a digital ecosystem.
Okay.
They find products from smaller companies, SMEs.
Right, the small and medium enterprises.
And then smooth the path for exporting them to Eastern Europe. They handle the complexity, the logistics, the network.
So they're kind of an enabler for these smaller businesses.
Exactly. It lowers the barrier to entry for those SMEs. It's about building connections, efficiently linking lots of producers to new customers, creating new trade flows, really.
Interesting. Okay, Pillar 3, K-beauty cosmetics. The source uses this phrase, global K-beauty DNA. What's that about?
Yeah, that phrase is doing some work, global K-beauty DNA. It suggests they're not just, reselling existing K-beauty stuff.
More than that.
Seems like it. Maybe distilling the principles of K-beauty, the innovation, the focus on ingredients, effectiveness.
And adapting that for a global market.
Precisely. And their strategy sets. Minimalist, functional cosmetics. Focus on results, high-quality ingredients, maybe less of the elaborate packaging or multi-step routines sometimes associated with K-beauty.
So appealing to a global audience looking for effective, maybe straightforward skincare.
Yeah, performance and simplicity. It's a way to stand out, exporting the essence, not just the product line.
Got it. So behind all these big moves, there's obviously a leader. Let's talk about Chairman Park Jin himself. His background is, well, diverse.
It really is.
Automobile parts, mortgage-backed, non-performing loans, MPLs, even in golf resorts.
That is quite a range, and I think that's key to understanding why they're doing these particular things.
How so?
Well, having hands-on experience in such different fields, it probably gives him a unique way of looking at problems, connecting dots others might miss.
Like applying lessons from finance to trade or resorts to infrastructure?
Maybe something like that. It fosters a kind of flexible, adaptive thinking. He's not stuck in one industry's mindset.
And the source connects this back to his father, the founder Park Sejong. It mentions implementing practical leadership.
Practical leadership. Yeah, that sounds like being grounded in real-world operations, focusing on what actually works.
Less theory, more action.
Probably hands-on, understanding the details, like that idea of nurturing the new businesses independently, that feels practical.
Let them learn by doing, like a startup, but with support.
Right, combining startup agility with established company resources.
Exactly. Best of both worlds, maybe. Which brings us to this really powerful quote from Chairman Park. Challenge is survival. Innovation is the key to sustainability. What does that signal for how SJ Developer operates now?
That sounds like their core operating philosophy right there.
Yeah.
Challenge is survival, basically. Stand still and you die.
Yeah.
You have to keep pushing into new things, tackling problems.
No room for complacency.
None. And innovation is the key to sustainability. Just adapting isn't enough. You need to create new value, new products, new ways of doing things.
So for these new ventures, it means constant improvement, new tech, new strategies.
Relentlessly. It suggests a culture where taking smart risks, evolving constantly. That's not just encouraged, it's fundamental to staying alive and growing long-term.
Okay, so let's try and sum up this deep dive on SJ Developer. We've seen Chairman Park Ji-in leading this really deliberate, quite varied pivot.
Into new global markets.
And it's all driven by this core idea of needing challenge and innovation to survive and thrive.
That's right. And the foresight to branch out into things as different as infrastructure, SME trade, and cosmetics. It's pretty remarkable.
They seem unconnected at first glance.
But they're tied together by that forward-looking vision, that commitment to building the future, not just waiting for it. It's a real case study in corporate renewal.
Definitely. So as we finish up, here's something maybe for you to think about. If challenge is survival and innovation is the key to sustainability for a major company like SJ Developer,
Yeah.
what could embracing new challenges, seeking out innovation mean for your own work or even your personal growth? How might that be your key to sustainability?